The United Nations (UN) on Tuesday appealed to EndSARS protesters to remain peaceful. UN Resident Coordinator in Nigeria, Edward Callon, made this statement via his Twitter handle. He said, "I have followed the development regarding #EndSARS movement. Government's commitment to dismantle the outfit and reform the police is welcome. The process may take time. I appeal to the youth to remain peaceful." The United Nations retweeted its support for Nigeria's solidity and commended the preparedness of the federal government to effect reforms. Meanwhile, in another related development, a sport utility vehicle (SUV) on Wednesday ran into a crowd of #EndSARS protesters Alagbado, a Lagos suburb, reportedly killing 2 persons and leaving others injured. A video cited by Niger News on the microblogging site Twitter showed the 2 lifeless bodies being carried away by some #EndSARS protesters in the area. After the sad incident, a volunteer of medical corps was deployed, especially around Ami-Konle area to take care of the wounded before those with severe injuries were moved to Cavesbury Hospital. Reports by eyewitnesses say silver SUV deliberately ran into the protesters in a bid to scare them off the road, a development which saw an angry mob descend on the SUV as well as a tricycle involved in the accident. Well, as at the time of filing that report, the driver of the vehicle was yet to be identified. You can imagine. I think it's something of that nature. We learned that it happened in Lekki too, whether in Lekki or this particular place. Well, the UN is saying that a Nigerian youth or the protesters should be calm, should be this. It's going to take a while. Why is it that since 2017 they've not been able to do anything? So it's going to take a while so that it will continue with this trend again. Since 2017 they've been banning, disbanding, they bringing all manner of names. What for that long they could not come up with something, and you expect the protesters to continue in that for 3 years now. They've not been able to come up with a solid arrangement. The vice president is coming out to apologize. Apologize what? Is this the first time that this thing is happening? Just like we've been asking all the time. It has been on ground, and you have been doing reform. You are going to do this, you are going to do that. Yet nothing has come out, and you think people will continue to be fooled and be looking at you with all the lies and with your all form of unseriousness. People will not take that, not at all. Well, we are coming for senators and fat salary. Tell the UN messenger to go to wherever he's coming from. We are here to fix this country called Nigeria. Someone say also end Buhari and end Nigeria too. UN can't talk on the very serious international crisis between America and Azerbaijan, which is threatening the foundation of the world, but turned our attention to end of SARS protests in Nigeria. UN always leaving their responsibility for unnecessary ones. Well, so SARS matter is unnecessary. How I wish you or someone close to you have been a victim of SARS excesses. The populace in Nigeria have been pushed to the wall. Fellow Nigerians, let us use this opportunity to push for restructuring and end to Fulani enslavement and land grabbing. It has to be now or never. Bravo, Nigerian youths. I salute you, all of youth of a mortality sick and abused Nigeria. Okay, bravo on your EndSARS now protest. However, don't forget it. Now forget it and go for the real solution. Nigeria can't be fixed, not in a piecemeal fashion. Anyway, the problem is systemic and pervasive. It needs a thorough overhaul, a complete redesign and restructuring into a new and very different country with an entirely new constitution written by people. You need a Nigeria in which no ethnic group or region is able to dominate other ethnic groups or regions. You need a Nigeria in which the playing field is totally level in every sphere of national life. You need a Nigeria whose governance regime is as good as that of Switzerland. For all that to happen or be realized, Buhari must go and then face trial. for misrule and abuse of power, and all former heads of state, as well as all generals in the military and all those who own oil wells, must be tried, and only then would sanity return, and Nigeria would then be able to begin functioning as a normal country. Until all this is done, everything else done to fix Nigeria will be an exercise in futility. Write it down. It's prophecy. And call the bluff of Buhari's boys, aka the Nigerian military. This particular institution has been the bane of Nigeria's politics and governance. It's the country's most evil institution. It's the mortal enemy of a good, fair, equitable, and prosperous Nigeria, where freedom and rule of law reigns. And Buhari now, and Nigeria now. A new Nigeria must begin. People are saying that this UNA, no pattern. So, well, you are saying this because of your commission on oil. That's what people believe that this UN is talking about. Okay, time. Where are the United Nations since Buhari regime and APC party members? The Fulani jihadists and the so-called Nigerian military have been taking Nigerian lives in all parts of Nigeria. So our president can't address this nation for this protest. Now, wow, you can imagine since how many days? Since how many days? Close to 10 days now, if not more. Well, United Nations or whatever they call themselves should respect themselves. How come they are talking now? We did say they have not been hearing what has been happening in Nigeria since. They didn't do anything when we expected them to do something. Now they are coming to advise the youth. Please let them keep their advice to themselves. The youth of this country have decided to right the wrongs of these old cargoes that call themselves politicians. It is not only NSAS protest, and Fulanization and Islamization of Nigeria. Okay, it goes beyond that, and they know it. The government, the politicians, they know it that Nigerians are going somewhere because a lot of things have been bottled in. A lot of things have been bottled in. You think even this has is just tiny bit of what Nigerians are facing. Nigerians ought to have come out since, not even because of this. Nigeria ought to have come out with the suffering alone. People have been complaining about the insecurity alone. People ought to have come out. Well, so guys, let's hear your opinion. This is just what the UN has advised the youth to do.